Hello good listeners, welcome back to Literate. In this video, we will be continuing our book Why I Am An Atheist by Bhagat Singh. This is the 12th chapter named Regarding the LCC Ordinance, written on 2nd May 1930. In the face of recurrent and active hunger strikes by the accused in Lahore Conspiracy Case, the Government of India passed an ordinance called LCC Ordinance No. 3 of 1930, which allowed for the establishment of a special tribunal comprising 3 High Court judges who could carry on the court proceedings even in the absence of accused. This letter was written by Bhagat Singh as a response to the Governor General of India's support to the ordinance. Please subscribe to the channel for free audiobooks, hit like button and do leave your feedback in comment section. I suggest you to use headphones for a better experience. Here we begin the essay. To His Excellency, the Governor General of India, Shimla, 2nd May 1930. Sir, the full text of the special ordinance to expedite a trial has been read over to us. The tribunal has also been appointed by the Chief Justice of the Punjab High Court of Judicature. We welcome the news. We could have kept silent had you not referred to our attitude adopted so far in this case, and thus tried to throw the sole responsibility on our shoulders. In the present situation, we feel it necessary to make a statement to clear our position. We have been marking from the very beginning that the government authorities have always been trying to deliberately misrepresent us. After all, this is a fight, and the misrepresentation is and has always been the best instrument in the hands of government to meet their enemies. We have absolutely no grudges against this mean tactic. However, there are certain things the constitution of which is forcing us to make the following counter. You have mentioned in your statement issued along with the Lahore Conspiracy Ordinance our hunger strike. As you have yourself admitted, 2 of us had begun the hunger strike weeks before the commencement of the inquiry into this case in the court of R.S. Pandit Shri Krishna, Special Magistrate. Hence, any man with the least common sense can understand that the hunger strike had nothing to do with the trial. The government had to admit the existence of these grievances. When the government made some gesture as to making certain arrangement for the settlement of this question, the provincial jail inquiry committees were appointed for the same purpose. We gave up the hunger strike, but at first we were informed that the question would be finally settled in November. Then it was postponed till December. But January also passed, and there was not the least to indicate as to whether the government was going to do anything in this connection at all or not. We feared that the matter was shelved. Hence the second hunger strike on 4th Feb 1930. After 1 full week's notice, it was only then that government tried to settle this question finally. Communique was published, and we again gave up the hunger strike and did not even wait to see the final decision in this connection carried into effect. It is only today that we are realizing that the British government has not yet given up the policy of telling lies even in such ordinary matters as this. This communique is in specific terms, but we find something quite contrary in practice. Anyhow, this is not the proper place to discuss that question. We might have to deal with it later on if the occasion arises. But what we want to emphasize here is that the hunger strike was never directed against the proceedings of the court. Such great sufferings cannot be invited, and such great sacrifice cannot be made with that ordinary motive. Das did not lay down his life for such a trivial cause. Rajguru and others did not risk their life simply to protract the trial. You know thoroughly well, and everybody concerned knows it, that it is not the hunger strike that has forced you to promulgate this ordinance. There is something else, the consideration of which confused the heads of your government. It is neither the protraction of the case nor any other emergency which forces you to sign this lawless law. It is certainly something different. But let us declare once for all that our spirits cannot be cowed down by ordinances. You may crush certain individuals, but you cannot crush this nation. As far as this ordinance is concerned, we consider it to be our victory. We had been from the very beginning pointing out that this existing law was a mere make-believe. It could not administer justice, but even those privileges to which the accused were legitimately and legally entitled and which are given to ordinary accused were legitimately and legally entitled and which are given to ordinary accused could not be given to accused in political cases. We want to make the government throw off its veil and to be candid enough to admit that fair chances for defense could not be given to political accused. Here we have frank admission of the government. We congratulate you as well as your government for this candor and welcome the ordinance. In spite of the frank admissions of your agents, the special magistrate and the prosecution counsels as to the reasonableness of our attitude throughout, you had been confused at the very thought of the existence of our case. What else is needed to assure us of our success in this fight? This was the 12th chapter of our very first book. Stay tuned for upcoming videos covering the rest of chapters. Thanks and keep listening to Literate.